Hi guys, welcome to Auto Layout Part 3, and in this episode our main objective is to implement this design as you can see here using Auto Layout. Okay, so let's first create our Xcode project and drag and drop these views. Okay, so let's get started. Create a new project. Next, let's name it Part 3. Okay, go to your storyboard. Let's first drag and drop a UI button. Let's change its background color and other things. Let's drag and drop UI views. Okay, we had 4 UI views in our design. Let's change its background color to the pink one. Let's change their background color. Okay, so I guess we have added all the UI components required to build this UI design, UI layout. Okay, it has 4 UI views, 1 UI button. We have added 4 UI views and 1 UI button. Okay, so before start applying constraint to these views, let's notice some fact about this layout. Okay, so let's start with the bottom button. Okay, so first thing you can notice is the bottom button is stick to the bottom of the screen. Okay, the next thing that you can notice is the width of the bottom button is equals to the width of the screen. Okay, the third thing that you can notice is this bottom button is center horizontally aligned to our screen. Okay, now the facts that you can notice about these 4 views are all the views have equal width and equal height. Okay, now the last thing that you can notice about these views are, okay, the top pink view and the bottom yellow view has same distance from the left. Okay, then you can notice that the uh, top yellow view and the bottom pink view has same distance from the right. So we will apply constraint to these views according to the facts we have noticed. Okay, so here's the list. Okay, so let's start with the first point. Okay, what the first point says is the button is always sticked to the bottom. It means the distance between the button and the bottom is 0. Okay, so here's the button and this is the view. This view represents the screen. Okay, so this is view controller's view, which represents screen. So button is always stick to the bottom, so bottom space between button and view must be 0. Okay, so we control and drag and drop the arrow from button to our view controller's view and select vertical spacing to bottom layout guide. Its value must be 0, and it is, so the button will always stick to the bottom. Okay, so the next point is the screen width and buttons width are equal. So as I told you, this view represents screen. Okay, and this is our button. Both should have equal widths. So again, control drag and drop from button to view and choose equal widths. So now the screen and buttons width will be equal. The third point says that the button is aligned center horizontally to the screen. So again, what we can do is control drag and drop from button to the view and choose center horizontally in container. So now the button is aligned center horizontally to the screen. Okay, so we have covered these 3 points. The fourth point is all views have equal width and height. It means all these views have equal width and equal height. So to avoid confusion, we can name these views. We can just select these view and press enter. So this is our top pink view. This is our bottom, bottom yellow view. This is our bottom pink view, and the last one is our top yellow view. Okay. Okay, so according to the fourth point, all views have equal width and equal height. So hold command key and select all four views at a time, and then go to the pin option. Okay, then choose equal width and equal height option, and click on add six constraints. So after adding these constraints, equal width and equal height constraints, these constraint ensures that all of these four UI views have same width and same height. Okay, so as you can see, there are multiple red lines here. Okay, this is because we haven't supplied enough constraints to these views, so that auto layout can calculate their position on the screen. Okay, so now let's provide top and leading space to our top pink view. Top space. If you are not familiar with top space and leading space, then you must watch auto layout part 1 first. Okay, so now let's provide top space and trailing space to this yellow view. Okay, so according to fifth point, vertical pink and yellow views has equal space from right and left of the edge of the screen. Okay, so uh, this bottom pink view must have equal leading space as of the upper pink view. Okay, so to make it happen, we will just hold control and drag cursor from this yellow view to top pink view, and choose the leading option there. Okay, so this constraint ensures that both of these views have same leading space from the screen. Okay, so similarly, uh, choosing trailing for them ensures that both of these views have equal trailing space from the screen. So last thing we missed at is spacing between all these four views. Okay, so these views must have spacing between them. Okay, horizontal spacing here and vertical spacing here. Okay, so let's apply the vertical spacing constraint first. Select your bottom yellow view, hold control and drag and drop it to your pink view. Okay, top pink view, then select vertical spacing. Okay, similarly select horizontal spacing between these two, and similarly select vertical spacing between these two, and similarly select horizontal spacing between these two. We also need to give vertical spacing between these two. Okay, so that there must be a definite distance between bottom yellow view and this button. Okay, so this vertical spacing ensures that there will be the distance of 35 points between button and our bottom yellow view. Okay, so now as you can see, our red auto layout warning is gone. So this is a yellow auto layout warning, and I told you in auto layout part 1 how to get rid of it. This you can just update frames here. Okay, so now let's see the preview. So as you can see, we have successfully implemented the layout. So the objective of this episode is done, and this is one of my favorite way to apply constraint to make first to make a list of the points that we can notice about the design, and then applying it through the constraints. So this is all about basic auto layout. Okay, so further in this series we will learn about advanced concepts of auto layout like intrinsic size, content hugging, and compression resistance, and etc. Okay, so if you learned something from this video, then like our video, subscribe our channel, share our video,